Hello everyone, this is Tamanna Azam Sheikh. Presently, I am working as an assistant professor in Computer Application Department at Vidya Pratishthan's Commerce and Science College in Dapur. Today, I am going to discuss about calculation of carbon footprint in e-waste management. This video is created for International FDP on Environment and Sustainability organized by D.Y. Patil College of Engineering, Akoti. Previously, I have created two videos related to e-waste management and ISO standards for e-waste management. This slide represents the brief description about those videos. Now let's move towards learning outcomes from this video. After learning from this video, student will understand ISO standards applicable for e-waste management, distinguish various categories of e-waste, describe hazardous substances of e-waste, identify CO2 emission factor, calculate carbon footprint, and apply eco-friendly practices in their day-to-day life. In the next slide, we can see what is ISO. ISO stands for International Organization for Standardization. ISO is an independent, non-governmental international organization with a membership of various national standards bodies. In the next slide, we can see the various ISO standards applicable for e-waste management. We will see one by one. The first, ISO 9001:2015. It is used for quality management system, which makes sure that the processes are in line with the international system requirements. The second ISO standard, ISO 14001:2015. It is for environmental management system. This certification helps in preventing pollution from the particular industry. The third ISO standard is OHSAS 18001:2007. It is for best occupational health and safety practices. The fourth ISO standard is 45001:2018. It helps to make sure of following the legal and statutory requirements related to the health and safety of all the people in the workplace. And the last ISO standard is ISO 27001:2013. It is for information security management for protection of the confidential data of the company. Now let's move towards the actual topic of this video. First of all, let's know what is e-waste. The term e-waste is an abbreviation of electronic and electrical waste. The e-waste is generated when electronic and electrical equipment become unfit for their originally intended use or have crossed the expiry date. E-waste includes discarded computers, monitors, laptops, motherboards, mobile phones, CDs, DVDs, television sets, etc. In the next slide, we can see various categories of e-waste. There are basically 10 types of e-waste, like major appliances, small appliances, computer and telecommunication appliances, consumer electronics, lighting devices, electrical and electronic tools, toys, leisure, medical devices, monitoring devices, and the last is vending machines. So these are the 10 types of e-waste. Now in the next slide, we can see the e-waste generation in India. This slide represents how rapidly the e-waste generation is growing by day or year by year. Here the unit of e-waste generation is metric ton. Now in the next slide, we can see the recycling process of e-waste in India, or Indian scenario of e-waste recycling. In India, there is only 5% of e-waste is recycled formally. Otherwise, 95% of e-waste is recycled informally by the waste pickers like kabadiwalas, rantiwalas. So, from these e-waste, various hazardous substances are created, like from CRT devices lead, barium, and other heavy metals are generated, which affect environment as well as human. From the batteries, housing, and medical equipments, mercury-like components are generated, which affect the environment as well as human. Likewise, other e-waste resources also hazardous for environment as well as human body. Now, in the next slide, we can see the stages involved in metal recycling from electronic waste. Electronic waste can be converted or recycled into a metal through this process. Now, in the next slide, we can see what is carbon footprint. Carbon footprint is the amount of carbon dioxide released into the atmosphere as a result of the activities of a particular individual, organization, or a community. In the next slide, we can see the calculation of carbon footprint. For this, let's consider a case study of OLX. How OLX manage or calculate a carbon footprint in the transportation of a smartphone. We can see in the figure, here it shows the carbon footprint calculation from a raw material to its final transportation. Let's see step by step. The raw material of a smartphone includes 10.33 kg of CO2. After that, in the production house, it will emit 1.07 kg of CO2 and finally generates a smartphone. In the transportation of CO2, it will emit 3.11 kg of CO2, and after the usage of that smartphone and disposal of that, it will emit 2.47 kg of CO2. In all, finally, the total carbon footprint generated per smartphone is 16.98 kg, which is a very big figure. Only a single smartphone can emit 16.98 kg of CO2 in atmosphere, which is very dangerous, which may cause or which may affect for global warming. From plant to purchase, a laptop releases 373 kg of greenhouse gases. Making a desktop releases the same amount of CO2 as is captured by over 15 trees in a year. Producing a mobile phone releases the same amount of greenhouse gas as keeping an lay table for 6 months. The production of a tablet has the same CO2 footprint as you flying from Delhi to Bangalore. So this is the OLX case study, which shows how various electronic devices can create or can affect CO2 emission in the environment. So after this, we came to know about the carbon footprint, but our job is not done yet. The work just started onwards to achieve sustainability. So let's compute sustainability in this slide. To achieve sustainability, we have to manage these electronic or electrical components, like it must be refurbished, recovered, recycled, reused to achieve economic benefit, social benefit, as well as environmental benefit. So there are the 4 ways to reduce your e-waste carbon footprint. We will see one by one. First is don't update too often. Second is repair your items. Third, donate, don't hoard. And fourth, recycle e-waste correctly. At the last we can say, buy e-waste when you can e-cycle. So, the next slide, let's come to the conclusion that we must follow 7 R's of sustainability, like recycle, reuse, reduce, repurpose, refuse, repair, and rethink to achieve sustainability. Replace e-waste by e-cycle. Use less e-devices and reduce carbon emission. Plant more and more trees and save the mother earth. And at the last, I must say, just look at the image on the left side, which shows the alert message to all of us. Be aware that the e-waste will finally throw us in pain. These are the references I have used. Thank you. Thank you very much.